Hi there again. I am presenting my second appetizer. My name is Michelle Hirsch. I come from Vacaville, California, and it is Mother's Day. Mother's Day is meant for the moms, of course, out there, but it doesn't matter. I still have to work, but that's okay. And actually, I love to work, and my pleasure is working in the kitchen right here. So what I have, I've already started prepping my dish, but it's a simple fruit appetizer. It's that easy. I have two dips I'm going to present with this, but really you can use any fruit. I have already started cutting up some oranges, some cantaloupes, muskmelon, honeydews, pineapple, watermelon, really anything. I have grapes down here. You could use any type of fruit you like. If you want to use two different types of fruits, you don't have to use 5 or 6 varieties. But if you want color, you should use different types of fruit. It's really up to you. Of course, people have different types of allergies. You definitely can do this, but you want to use fresh fruit. Get it as fresh as you can. If it's a little old or soft, it's something you probably don't want to use. So try to get it where it's more firm. And here I'm going to show you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, if there's gentlemen out there. On my cutting board down here, I have some pears and some apples I've already started cutting up. Now, if you don't know this, when you leave them out in the air for too long, they will brown up. So a simple slice of lemon does a trick, or you can take a little bit of vinegar and you just want to sprinkle it, spritz it over the pear and the apples. The acid from this slows down the browning process, and of course the dips will be using Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm using the strawberry Philadelphia cream cheese, and this is the 1/3 reduced fat. And then the other dip I'm going to be using is using plain cream cheese. And I'll show you in just a little bit how to use those two to make two different types of dips. And that's, of course, the strawberry has mostly a strawberry taste, but it really doesn't matter. You can use it however you want to. You can take the plain and make it a different dip all completely. There's so many variations out there, ladies, that you can do this. So let's get started. So I have some strawberries here. I want to take the stem off. You don't want the stem included. Try to cut off that end if you can. Now be careful. Don't cut yourself. Now if you use a sharp knife, less likely that you will cut yourself if you're paying attention. Now the sizes that you should have with your pieces of fruit, about half the size of your thumb. If you go too big, your guests or your family will have a big mouthful and they'll be a little embarrassed, so you don't want that. So as you start cutting these up, just put them in a big bowl to the side or on a platter. Really, it doesn't matter. Now if you do present this on a platter, try to arrange them, strawberries with the strawberries, apples with apples, that type of thing, so your guests will know, especially if they do have an allergy, it'll be easier for them to stay away from those types of fruits. If you have little divider trays, that's even better, because sometimes people are so sensitive to fruits that even the juices, just a little bit, can set their allergies off. So I'm just putting it all in a bowl, but if you know that one of your guests or family members are allergic, then either don't present that item at all or put it in a separate little serving dish. So I got almost all my fruit presented here, ready to go in a little bowl. Now if you want to make more later, you can. I'm not going to do all these grapes, that's a lot. So I'm going to put the fruit to the side, and I'm going to start making the sauce now. And the sauce is really easy. If you already have the flavored cream cheese, it speeds up this time. But I have a blender here, and you have a bigger blender, that's fine. But to this blender, I'm going to add a package of cream cheese. And this has been sitting out for a little bit. If you want to speed up this serving time, or excuse me, the process, you can actually pop this in the microwave for about 25 seconds, maybe 30. And it will actually help to speed up the softening of the cream cheese. And obviously you want to make sure you take the lid off and the little lining that comes with the cream cheese. Put it all in there. Don't waste any. If you want to use a little spatula, that's fine too. But I got most of it in there. Now that's just a strawberry. I'm not going to add the plain at this point. So to the strawberry, I have about 3 to 4 leaves of mint here. I'm just going to pull those, kind of break them up into small little pieces. To this I'm going to add just a little milk. I have in this bowl some zest of lemon, orange, and lime. I'm just going to add just a little bit of this to this. Not all of it, because the other half I'm going to save it for the other bit. And then just a little bit of orange juice. About 2 tablespoons of orange juice. Not a lot. So I'm going to put the lid on, turn it on, make sure it's processed or completely mixed together. And you do want this a little on the runnier side. You don't want it thick. For the strawberry cream cheese. Now you can see how runny that is. That's exactly how you want it. Because you want your guests to be able to dip their fruit in this without having to lose their fruit in it. So a little on the runnier side, that's perfect. Set that off to the side. So the next dip that I'm going to use is going to be using the plain cream cheese. And this cream cheese, I also am using the 1/3 less fat. You can use the regular if you want to. I'm only going to use about half the block, about 4 ounces. And that's it. I really don't need to use any more. And now to this, I'm going to add the rest of the grated lemon, lime, and orange zest. And this is about a tablespoon total. Now if you add a little more, it's okay. It won't hurt anything. Just a little bit. That's all you want to use. Now if you use too much, it'll be overwhelming. Now this is about 2 tablespoons of lemon and lime. Don't need a lot. This is about 1/3 of a cup of orange juice. I'm only going to add about half. And then once it starts mixing together, if I don't feel like it's mixing enough, I'm going to add more of the orange juice. And then I have about 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar here. That's pretty much it. Put the lid on. I'm going to pulse this until it's completely mixed together. Again, I want it running like the other one. But not thick. If it's thicker, if it's not mixing well, add some more of the orange juice or even add a little milk to this. It makes it really, really easy. And you have an instant appetizer. And this would be a great after-school snack too. That's already done. Just like that. That easy. Take my little dish, pour it in there. Now if you do have extra, which I do, just put this in a little container that you can seal up, place it in your refrigerator. You can leave it in your refrigerator for a week. And then every day after school, or if you have guests come over, take out some fruit, cut it up real quick, put it in a nice little serving dish like this, and voila. You have a very easy and simple appetizer. And it's healthy too. I hope you enjoy this. It's easy for me to make. And it would be even easier for you if you have a moment or two. Literally, this took me about 15 minutes. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. You can get little toothpicks with the little decorative plastic ends. Just take pieces of fruit that you've cut up. Maybe 2 pieces of fruit per stick. That simple. Just put it on the plate so your guests can just grab it. And you can do different things on the toothpick. Just little things. It makes it really, really easy for your guests. Just grab the toothpick, dip it in your sauce, and voila. You have something very beautiful to look at. Very nice. But keep doing this until your tray fills up. Very easy.